Melanie from RainSpark. Lorna McGee here with the Whitby Chamber of Commerce and another episode of Lorna Learns. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I'd like to learn, as well as the membership, how long have you been in operation?
RainSpark Media Group has been around almost 2 years. So we will be, our 2-year anniversary is actually this November.
2 years, that's fabulous. And you came from a background, I believe.
Yeah, I worked in various national and global organizations prior, but I've always sort of had a plan that I was going to be an entrepreneur and running my own business.
And now that you're self-employed, what do you like about it? And what were you most surprised about being self-employed?
What do I like about it? I love being able to build something that is like from the ground up in all aspects of it. I love how entrenched I am in my community now. Whereas before I used to get on the GO train and go into Toronto, and I would really miss out on all the other amazing local business owners that there are in Durham region. So that's been quite amazing to me. And I think what I'm most surprised about is I thought I knew how to hustle when I worked in corporate life, and you really don't know hustle until you are running everything, figuring everything out, planning everything, and a one-person show, which I was originally.
And I think that's probably the most challenging part of being an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, basically, when you're kind of running the entire show, is having your hands in everything. What advice would you give to somebody who is a solopreneur?
I would say mindset is really critical, and being optimistic. And there's lots of, bumps in the road for sure. You spend a lot of time thinking about your business. You can spend a lot of time worrying about your business, but it's really important that you don't sit in like a negative mindset for very long, and that you find your way to get out of it. Because really it's being optimistic and believing in yourself is really, really critical, because it's the laws of attraction. So, if you're positive and you get out there and do great things in the community, it'll come back. And I think that that's a good way to live. So you have to really get over those big challenges as quickly as you can, and really remain as positive as possible. And some days are really challenging for sure. But there's more good days than not, at least in my case.
That's a great mindset. What does RainSpark offer? What do you do as RainSpark?
So RainSpark Media Group, we have several services, but our hero product would be social media marketing. So any of the digital platforms, we completely curate the brand, whatever your business is. We can create your brand, your color scheme, the look and feel, what your voice sounds like on social media. We really are cheerleaders of businesses. So quite often when I speak to a business, they don't know how to talk about the great things that they do, the great services that they have, the products that they deliver or they sell. And so we take a look at the entire business and figure out how to market them online, and then choose which social media platforms are most critical for them. We do all the graphics. We really manage absolutely everything, even the messages coming in on the back end.
Amazing. I guess you'll take a deeper dive on that when we do our M mornings that you're presenting at the end of this month. So yay.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's just one service we provide.
Yes, fantastic. And what would 8-year-old Melanie tell current Melanie?
So besides save more money, besides buy property as young as you can. So besides those two, just in case there's any 8-year-olds listening, they need to take those notes. I'd probably say that I need to learn a couple of languages fluently, and to do it when I'm young. And I would want to fully learn to play an instrument.
That's good advice. I'm tone deaf, so I certainly wouldn't be playing any instruments. And just a little bit, so the membership knows a little bit more about Melanie.
Yeah.
Melanie, it's fall. And what is your favorite thing about fall?
You know what? I love the beauty in nature. So I get inspired by nature. I'm not a huge nature girl. You're not going to find me out camping in a tent anywhere at any time soon. But being out in the community, out in the parks, out by the waterfront, we have an amazing waterfront here in Whitby. There's some really amazing colors in nature, and I get a lot of inspiration from that. We have a tree in our neighborhood that goes the most vibrant hot pink, and it's just amazing. So I think fall, you are just bombarded with amazing colors, and especially in my kind of industry where everything's creative and it's about how colors come together and the feelings that they give you. there's a lot of inspiration you can take from nature.
Fabulous. And one last Melanie question. I love family time and I love to cook. I don't know if you cook, but if you do and you prepare a family meal, what's your favorite meal to prepare for your family?
Ooh, that is so good. So I love to cook too. So let's have a side conversation on cooking. We'll maybe start our own cooking show. So my house is plant-based. So we eat plant-based only. We started on a plant-based journey in January of last year. So it's been a really interesting evolution. I make a lot of Asian food. I make a lot of Indian food. I would say right now, this time of year, I love to do a Thai butternut squash peanut soup.
We will definitely have a conversation outside of this because I want to learn how to make that soup.
Yeah,
And
it's so good, especially for this time of year.
looking forward to it. Well, I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the Whitby Chamber and taking the time with Lorna to learn about your organization and spread the word amongst our membership. So thank you so much, Melanie.
Thank you for having me.